Okay.
Oh, hello guys, I'm Siege147.
I'm ShadowDog001, and we have someone new today. Hello?
I'm the troll.
That's right. And today we're gonna read our profiles and fanfics because, let's face it,
He told us to! That's why he's part of this.
Woo!
yes, there's a bit more to IDK comms than commentaries. We also have
Yeah.
playthroughs, machinima, and of course, character profiles to expand on our mythos because that's what a commentary group needs.
Let's start with
Totally.
our ringleader, and we'll have everybody read all their own profiles. So let's start
Rather
with
just
Cedric.
read the backstory.
You just want to read? Yeah, let's just do the backstory.
The backstory, yeah, not read everything. Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, so I guess we should start with the guy, Cedra.
Yo. Nobody knows where this enigma of a troll came from, nor is he interested. But only one thing is known. He was born as a horsey. This much is just common sense. Cedra evolves from a horsey, you dumb twat. This much is also known. Horsey first met Shadowduck at a theater. He and Shadowduck were having one of the most socially awkward conversations in existence, and then the place Spartan smash starts. He and Shadowduck are thrusted with a lust to shout over it and give their thoughts and tear it a new one. And got their asses booted as a result. They then met a wise person who advised the duo to train in the isolated mountains to hone their technique. Our dipshits did so. During this bout,
I'm sorry, give me a second. That's amazing. Keep on going.
Alright.
During this bout of training, Horsey was lured away by some very funny people on top of one of the mountains. These people referred to themselves as trolls, and they know how to have a good time in the world, and they wanted to show him. Horsey, selfish brat that he is, decided to show him his idea. Curious, the trolls follow. Take the hint, it's so subtle. Horsey takes the trolls to his chow garden, and both trolls are disappointed, to say the very least. The trolls suggest to Horsey something he once thought was unthinkable. Abuse the chow. Wait, weren't they made to be beaten up? Or was that just on the chow? Anyways, Horsey unquestioningly complies with the trolls and tosses one of his most cherished chow knights like an unloved ragdoll. Naturally, this makes Horsey feel very guilty. The trolls reassure him as they travel to the transit highway. I sense a recurring theme here. As they run across the highway, the trio spot what appear to be a yellow Sonic. Horsey simply had to run, speed up, to see Supersonic. Upon closer inspection, Horsey noticed that he was more of a lemon yellow as opposed to the gold color of Supersonic. This was actually Lightning the Head Echidna. And when the balls does that even work, an overpowered recolor of Sonic that could manipulate electricity. The trolls provoke him and Horsey follow along, clearly enjoying it. Wait, didn't he regret tossing around his chow? That's a pretty big plot hole you've got there, Cedra. That's not a comment, that's actually part of the backstory. After that provocation, Lightning instantly turned up the voltage and shocked Horsey, ensuing a fight scene. Horsey, forgetting in his glee that electricity is not friendly to him, kicks the conducted head Echidna. I can't make this shit up. Oh, wait! Many times before his friends Blaze the Bear Echidna, Knuckles Recolor, and Bilzard the Mystic, Tails Recolor, joined the fray. Horsey tricks Bilzard into firing a Bilzaga into Blaze, freezing him and allowing Horsey to simply push him into the ocean. Bilzard, getting pissy at the trickster, attempts to Bilzaga the water type, and only barely misses. Horsey lures Lightning into a charged attack into shocking and paralyzing Bilzard himself, allowing Horsey to easily throw them overboard. Horsey and the trolls laugh it up, only for a noble voice to yell at them majestically, scaring Horsey into thinking what he did was wrong. The trolls just laugh it up again, dismissing it as stupid, and rush towards the voice, Horsey stupidly following them. After arriving at the Coliseum, Horsey arrives center stage, finding himself all alone. Did he really expect the trolls to be by his side? The White Knights, mini-mods, and admins all rise up from the empty seats, staring at Horsey. judging Horsey, evaluating his deeds, denouncing him as a criminal. They all gang up on Horsey and hack at the asshole in the making. Horsey is overwhelmed by the sheer number of attackers until he managed to KO one of them, letting loose a roar and a bright white aura. His body changed and so does his attitude. He was now radically different. He was Sidra. The beast has arisen. Scaled monstrosity fought off the guardians of Askeathing before running off for his friend, to introduce him to the madman that consumed the innocent child once known as Horsey, Farrier Anus.
Man, I don't think you ever put a story on how they all met, though.
No, I didn't.
Weird.
Actually, I was looking at my fanfic, and I kind of wanted to make mine's a little bit more depressing, and I already had one in mind. But, I don't know, we can always edit it later.
Actually, let's hear yours.
Mine? Oh, damn, it was like a quick minute. Okay. I really want, like, I read what you put. I don't know, do you want me to read what I put, or do you want me to, like, the way I wanted it to be?
The way you
It's
want.
not funny. Mine, I kind of, like, a couple of days ago, I wrote a new backstory for me, but mine's is more depressing than anything.
Go ahead.
Really? Okay. Well, Shadow Duck started out as like Brad said, a regular duck, but then his parents were kidnapped and killed at a Chinese restaurant because that's what Chinese people eat, the ducks. And I know. So he escapes and he finds himself in like Canada for some reason, and that's where he befriends this like American guy who's like, hey, you're like not a regular duck anymore because you got a Chaos Emerald whacked in your head. So you're like Shadow Duck now. So I'm going to train you in like sniping skills and combat skills. And that's where Shadow Duck gets to become awesome in
That
combat.
sounds like Batman.
What?
It sounds way too much like Batman.
Oh, whatever. Then he gets a young sidekick, which he found out was actually his son.
Yeah, that's Batman.
Okay, I know. I'm just trolling you and I don't care.
Read your actual backstory real quick.
Alright, let me read my actual story.
Alright.
You troll.
There really... Wait, do you want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Only be right.
Okay, I'll read it. Okay. Alright. There really isn't much to discuss about Shadow Duck's origins because it's actually a simple story. Shadow Duck was once a regular duck who lived at a park, eating fish and raping other women ducks. However, one day, things would change drastically. Chaos Emerald fell off the sky, burning the colors of many rainbows and striking the duck right in the head. Normally, this would kill such an organism, but these are Chaos Emeralds, so instead it transformed him into Shadow Duck. Curious about his form, he went down to a newspaper that was the size of his head before he transformed, and read that there's this Spartan Smash, and he had to see whatever this cheese fest was. There really isn't much too else to it.
Alright.
Mine's is kind of not so special. Brad didn't put too much effort into my backstory. But then again, I told him not to, really, because...
My name's IMZ Troll, but I used to be known as IMZT. That's what I'm going to be reading is my backstory.
Alright, go ahead.
Our story begins with a small child in San Diego. The child was being turned into a troll, and his parents had to stop this. To do so, they called in an exorcist to halt the process. His methods were good, but one thing kept the troll from reverting to the child. The exorcist experienced sexual frustrations over his son, whom the child reminded him of, and his anger of the exorcism failing to work only sealed his fate. The lonely child became a troll, but he was still changing. The troll mutated even further into an unspeakable evil known as the Demon Troll. Wasting no time, the Demon Troll got to work and had a glorious 5-way rape with the family and exorcist. It began his reign of destruction. The Demon Troll quickly reduced all of San Diego's to ruins, and the police were helpless to stop him. He laughed for hours and on end about the anguish he's left San Diego in, but eventually another side disagreed. The other side watched the pain of all of the dead Diego into his head, conflicting his desires of redemption and playtime. The confliction was so intense that he had to split into two entities. IMZT, the good half, and Zhao 1230, the evil
half.
half. Zhao went on with the path of destruction. MZT wanted to intervene, but being a mere soul, he was helpless. The helpless soul MZT had to seek out a vessel to accept his power and will. Unfortunately, the living body was simply too fragile. To accept his raw power and out of the desperation, possessed a signpost. The sign mutated from a broken, decayed thing into something inky and metallic. Yes, this was the identity of IMZT. Meanwhile, Zhao set his sights on a pregnant family watching to C-section her newborn fetus. The
Unborn.
heroic sign wishing
Unborn.
to see-born her unborn fetus. Good enough? The heroic signpost could not allow this, and rammed right into Zhao 1230. The soulful signpost managed to get Zhao 1230 far away from the dead Diego. And that was good enough. As both parties were pissed, they rage quit and headed down their own paths. A new land in Minecraft was promptly created in honor of IMZT's good side, aptly called IMZT server. Soon a select people flocked to the server to build, discover, and even destroy.
Yay!
Oh, man. I wanted to try talking to my serious voice for a second there.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's pretty
apparently
good.
a lot of effort is being put into these.
Yeah, it actually is. I mean, these backstories are actually pretty fascinating. I have to say, the one that's more interesting to me now was Tyler's, or what's his name, Herptoderps. I think that one's actually the most fascinating to me thus far.
So they're so fascinating. I even put one as my Steam profile, and that's me. My name's IMZT, so I think I might change my name to IMZT quick, or IMZTroll. I don't know. They're really great backstories.
Yeah,
Right.
maybe next time we could get the other people to do their own backstories.
Yeah, there you go.
Read it. Yeah. So next time we have Herptoderp and Paul here, we'd be like, bitch,
Like
read your
Nick and
backstory.
Gal.
Yeah.
And maybe
Can
even
you get them
Alpha.
now?
It'd be nice just to have everybody read their backstory.
Yeah, because it is. You put a lot of effort into the Seedra, and they are really good.
We'll accept yours, but you specifically asked for that.
Yeah, mine's wasn't too special because then again, Shadow Duck isn't special enough. Controlling myself.